Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy hump day. What's going on, peoples? How's my fam doing? Everybody doing good this morning? Welcome to the Real O Show. We here, we live, we feeling it, we awake. You all awake? You all good out there? How we all? All right, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody got through Monday and Tuesday unscathed, and you guys are feeling good this morning. So we have a very serious hot button topic to discuss today. The title of today's show is Not Standing for Equality. Yes, play on words, yes it is. So we're going to talk a little bit about Colin Kaepernick. If you have no idea who that is, Colin Kaepernick is the quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, NFL player. He decided that he's going to make a stand, or they're not, and protest and sit during the national anthem. This is his way of standing up for equality in the United States. Now, he's gotten a lot of flack. He's gotten a lot of people saying that he's unpatriotic, that he is un-American, that he is not doing it, representing America properly, because he decided he does not want to stand during the national anthem. Now, let's go like this. He's deciding to represent what the United States is made for, what's supposed to be made for. Let's put it that way. And what the United States was supposed to be made for was the very First Amendment. You all know what the First Amendment is. First Amendment has the right to speak your mind. The First Amendment has the right to religion, has the right to be able to do whatever the hell you decide you want to do in America and say whatever the hell you want to do, as long as it does not incite a riot, as long as it does not cause harm to anybody else. So he's taken his platform to express himself and to do what he decided he wanted to do for what he believes is right for the equality of the people of the United States. Now, we're not necessarily saying that this is all about a black-white thing, because it's not. This is also about equality for men and women. You don't believe me? Why don't you ask the millions and millions of women in the world, or excuse me, in this country alone, that are not getting a fair shake when it comes to wages? How about you look up how much women are making right now as far as wages? I'll go ahead and wait. Okay, yeah, that's taking a little bit too long. So let me go ahead and help you out here. So I'm going to read this off to you so you understand exactly what I'm talking about. According to a 2015 survey, it's saying that women professionally, in the professional world, they are making $996 per month compared to men making $1,383. All right? Now, how about weekly? Weekly, they're saying in the same survey that women weekly are making $726 compared to men making $895. Now, this is not just an America thing. This is a worldwide thing. So again, let's talk about equality. Does that sound equal to you? Does that sound that same amount of work, same job, same amount of hours put in, that everybody's making the same? No, it doesn't. It's not equal, people. All right, let's go back, talk about the black-white thing. Now everybody wants to say, oh, well, what about that one black guy that raped that one girl and he got 20 years? Yes, he got 20 years. Hell yes, he got 20 years. He should have got 20 years. He raped somebody. Come on now. Are you serious? That's your argument? Your argument is that a black guy rapes a woman and he got 20 years, and that's not right because a white guy rapes a woman, he got 6 months? No, first of all, the black guy, yes, he should have got 20 years. He raped somebody. The white guy, he got 6 months. Was that injustice against black people? No, it was injustice against the woman in which he raped. It's injustice against our justice system because the judge on the case absolutely screwed up. He screwed over the justice system. He screwed over black people. So if that's your argument, that's the stance that you're going to take, y'all need to go take 2 seats somewhere and don't say anything. Because that's just a dumb argument. That is ridiculous. So don't step up and say, oh, well, the black guy shouldn't have. Yes, the black guy should have gotten 20 years. Just like the white guy should have gotten 20 years. It was an injustice against the woman in which he raped that, where the white guy got 6 months. And it was an injustice against the justice system. The justice system isn't fair. Let's go ahead and say that out right now. I'm in legal. I am in law. But the justice system is not fair. It is not set up to be fair for equality of people. It is run by man. And man, unfortunately, right now, man is not fair. We are not fair towards one another at all, in any way, shape, form. So let's just keep it real. So as far as Colin Kaepernick goes, hell yes, he has every single right given to him by this country to express his First Amendment right. You want to say that, oh, he shouldn't have done that, he's doing this against, what about the millions and millions of men and women in the military that fought for our rights and freedoms? Yes, amen to them. I thank you so much for keeping me and my family safe. But is it still right and it is still fair? No. Why? Because there are those millions and millions of men and women who have gone to fight for our rights and our liberties, who come home that don't have homes, that sleep on the street because our government has decided not to take care of them. Does that sound right and fair to you? Is it right and fair that those millions and millions of men and women who come here are supposed to get help from a government that is supposed to be there and support them, but they have no wages, they have no limbs, and then they go to what they call the VA and to get help, and they're not even getting the help that they deserve? Does that sound equal and right to you? No. So let's go ahead and make this that Colin Kaepernick is doing what he decided he felt is the right thing to do, as so did many other high-profile athletes. Let's go back in time, shall we? Let's discuss 1968 Olympics. How about that? I know we are all too young to remember that, but let's go ahead and discuss that real quick. So in 1968, Tommie Smith and John Carlos, they decided for human rights, they decided to go ahead, everybody knows the most iconic picture in Olympic sports history, the hand fist in the air during the national anthem. Yo, yes, we're talking about Tommie Smith, the gold medal runner, John Carlos, the bronze medal runner, both standing up there at the podium during the American national anthem with their head down and fists in the air. Oh yeah, that was their way of standing up. Okay, let's talk about Muhammad Ali, the greatest boxer of all time. Absolute, hands down, Barton. I know some of y'all want to go ahead and say he's not and give it to Mayweather. That's another show for another day. But Muhammad Ali, he decided he wasn't going to go into the army because he didn't believe that it was equal and fair for the way that they were treating black people. So he wasn't going to go into what he could call the white man's army. Was he un-American? Because he decided to stand up for what he believed was right? They stripped him of his title and wanted to lock him up. So again, let's go ahead and just keep it real. They decided to stand up for their First Amendment right, and they decided to do what they thought was the best thing that they possibly could do. See, now, right now, Colin Kaepernick, what he decided to do was he brought an issue that America is dealing with, and he brought it to the forefront. Why? Because everybody is talking about it right now. Everybody. From ESPN to ABC News, Fox Sports News, everybody, CNN, everybody is discussing it. Because it is a problem, people. There is an issue with equality in this country. This is the greatest country in the world. Absolutely, hands down, bar none. The absolute greatest country in the world. But we have an equality issue. We have an equality problem of equal pay for women, equal rights for blacks and other minorities. It is an issue that it now is being brought to the forefront by a star who plays football and makes millions of dollars. Now, could he also do something else other than just sit down during the national anthem? Absolutely. He absolutely could. No problem. But it's his choice. This is the way he feels that he should express his First Amendment right. Just like a lot of people like to argue and debate their Second Amendment right to bear arms. They want to, NRA wants to jump up and down. Oh, you're taking away our Second Amendment rights. That's not fair. Everybody else, oh, you're going to take away our guns. So we're going to go protest. We're going to go sit in the road. We're going to sit in the street. We're going to do this, do that. That is their right. They're protesting for something they believe in. This is his right to protest something he believes in. Whether he decides he wants to sit down, put his hand over his heart, whatever the case may be, he's expressing himself the best way he can possibly think of to do it. So don't get on him for the fact that he wants to express it. When was the last time anybody else decides to express their right for the First Amendment to find equality in this country? We all have the right to express ourselves in the way that we decide we want to express ourselves. Many people have done it. Some are the most iconic sports figures in the world, and they've done it in their fashion. This is Colin Kaepernick's time. He decided to do it in his own. We all have a way to be able to express ourselves in the way that we decide we want to express ourselves. So let's not, demean somebody else. Let's not put down somebody else. Let's not hate on somebody else for being able to stand up for their right, for their liberties, for a country that we all live in, that we all love, that we all partake upon the rights and privileges that are given to us by the Constitution of the United States. This is the world that we decide that we can do, or country we decide we want to live in and we want to take on and live in. So let's stand up for what is equal, what is right. So anybody who decides to think that, oh, there's no problem in this country, oh no, racism will go away as long as nobody talks about it. That is foolish, that is dumb, that is idiotic, and you know what? You're just naive. Racism is a huge issue in this country. And we have a presidential candidate right now who has brought it more to the forefront than it has been brought up in the last 50 years. And it is scary. And it is a major issue. So get out from hiding under your rug, get out from hiding under your pillow, and actually look at the world for what it is right now. Look at this country for what it is right now. The country is a mess. And it needs to be fixed. I have a 4-year-old son who I am terrified to grow up in this country because of the fact that I am terrified that one day he's going to grow up and become a young black teen. And I am going to let him go out with his friends to go to the park, to play baseball, to go to the movies, and I will not see him come home. So, Colin Kaepernick, if you ever do see this, thank you for standing up for your First Amendment right, so that maybe somebody else will take a stand and make some changes in this country that will allow my son to grow up and come home to me every single day and every single night. To anybody else that decides to stand up for their First Amendment rights, I applaud you for taking a stand, for doing what you think is the best way to represent your people, your country, your culture, your voice. We are going to start talking about the presidential election in the coming weeks and why it's so important to vote. For topics just like this is why it's important to vote. My son is my heart, he is my life. And yes, I will do anything and sacrifice anything for him. How many of you are willing to do the same thing for somebody else that you love? How many of you are willing to do that exact same thing for a complete stranger? Muhammad Ali did it. He was willing to sacrifice his freedom. He sacrificed his championship belt for an entire nation, for an entire culture of people. Those two men on the podium at the Olympics, they got criticized, ridiculed, put down, lost their wives, lost money, because they decided to stand up for something that they believe in. Colin Kaepernick is doing the exact same thing. So instead of ridiculing him and putting him down and hating on him for exercising his right to stand up for the culture that he loves and he believes in, and a country that he loves and believes in, because he's utilizing his First Amendment right, why don't we actually take a page out of his book and figure out a way that we can do the same thing, so that the women of this culture, the women of this country, and any other country can take a chapter out of the United States book and give fair wages to them all. That they can take a page out of this country's book and give fair wages to all cultures, to all people who decide they want to work hard and bust their butt and go take care of their families. How about we take out some of those pages, so that everybody truly knows when we say this is the land of the free, home of the brave, of equality and rights, that they actually mean it. That we don't have to be afraid to go out into the world, to send our children out into the world and wonder whether or not they're going to get shot down because of the color of their skin. How about that? How about we start rewriting the book that America was built on? Because America was not built on, freedom. America was built on slaves, and it was built on taking the homes from other people. Well, how about we rewrite that book and make some changes and do something new with it? Let's go ahead and show our children that, you know what? Yes, we are brave. We are the land of the free, and that we are equal. How? Because everybody gets a fair shake. Let's go ahead and rewrite that book for them. So figure out what it is that you can do for your family, what you can do for your culture, for your people. How are you going to express your First Amendment right? What are you going to do about it? I'm using my platform to express mine. I'm using my show to touch you all. And you all are loving enough to be here as part of my show and express your feelings. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Samaj. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you to everybody else who comes to this show every single morning to take time out of 15, 20 minutes out of your morning, out of your day. Everybody, every last one of you that can hear my voice, I thank you so very much for being here and listening to me. Because you didn't have to, but you decided to. This is my platform. This is my expression, to talk to you, to have a show for you guys. So I thank you. So how else are we going to express our First Amendment right to get it out there and let everybody know? That is our show today. I hope you guys take something from it. I hope you guys are getting something out of this. I thank you so very much. And like I said, every single morning, you take time out to be here. So thank you for being part of the show. Please share with your friends. Please share with your family. Subscribe to me on YouTube. All right. You guys can hit me up if you have anything you guys need to talk about. You're going through anything. TheRealOShow@gmail.com. Hit me up. Let me know. We will get back with you. It stays anonymous. Nobody will know. But we keep it here. We're a family. We are real. We do not hide. We do not sugarcoat. We keep it up. We keep it live. So I thank you guys. I love you guys. Have a great hump day. Be safe out there. As always, hug and love on your kids. Let them know you love them. All right? Give them a kiss. Give them a hug. Let them know that when they come home, they are your hearts. They are your love. All right? Have a great, great Wednesday. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care of yourselves.